And we are live.
What it do, y'all? It's 12/18/2024, and it's time for the Mikey Justice Hour. Tonight, we're going to check out some of these Republicans not feeling too comfortable about who they picked, who they voted for. We're going to talk about that, and if we got time, we're going to break down some toxic relationships and try to celebrate something great. It's the Mikey Justice Show, and it starts now.
Another high school shooting yesterday, this one in Florida.
I'm in sixth grade, and it can be scary sometimes.
There have been about 380 school shootings.
I appreciate you talking to our community about this.
Now's the time. Get ready for the People's Podcast, the Mikey Justice Show. Y'all ready? I'm ready. All right. You don't want to miss it. There was a man that went by Mike. You like night shows. And so many people wouldn't be bad. They have to be good. And what the youth is avoid because they've been misled.
Today I'm announcing charges against the shooter's parents.
I had a sixth grade in college, this is what she said.
And I really agree with your point of view.
The Mikey Justice Show starts now.
All right, y'all. You are tuned in live to the Mike E. Justice Hour. As always, I'm joined by my main man, Fields, on the ones and twos. What's good, man?
Ain't nothing. What's up, everybody?
Before we get going, man, unfortunate news. Your wife had an old injury, old spill or something.
Yeah, man.
So for that reason, you're gonna be kind of occupied the next couple of weeks. So we're gonna try to take advantage of the old Christmas and New Year's holiday. We might not bring y'all no show for the next couple of weeks, but what we'll be doing is no live show. We'll be running shorts and reels and putting together other little creative ideas here and there. But basically just finishing up finishing a lot of unfinished business.
Right. Yeah.
For that part, still, getting our paperwork and licensing and everything going for the food truck. So we'll take advantage of that time. So, stick with us. If y'all don't hear from us for the next couple of weeks, then we'll start the year off right on the 8th with a brand new show, probably have a new theme song, take this thing in a whole new direction. Get ready for old 2025.
Yes, sir.
Project 2025. Yeah, man. But with that said, thank you for joining the Mikey Justice Show. We a live podcast we do on Wednesday nights at 7:30 Central Time, streaming on Facebook and YouTube. Reason we go live is we try to be a podcast for the people. None of that old pre-rehearsed answers. Off the dome, your real feelings, your uncut, honest answer, and we don't try to shut you down. We just want the people to know that this is what's out here for real. Let you speak, let you use this platform to let your voice be heard. So thank you for joining the Mike E. Justice Show. Back to you, man. What's been good in your world?
Man, well, other than my wife, going through her incident, that wasn't too good. But my daughter is performing in the Nutcracker with the St. Louis Ballet. So her last set of performances is going to be tomorrow through Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna get a chance to check that out.
Well, at least her and her daddy got something in common. Both of them do things involving nuts. She performs in the Nutcracker, and her daddy
and break.
Now you right. Well, what's up there, man? What you want to do, man? You want to go and get a cracker for Christmas?
Yeah, about any other holiday we get a cracker. Well, let's 2 for 2 Christmas.
Like Don Bo said, don't start nothing, won't be nothing.
Right.
What's up, Don Bo? What's up to family, friends, and everybody that's out there watching? We appreciate y'all. The support goes a long way, and we're gonna try to get off into some of that in a little bit.
Yes,
well,
sir.
With that being said, what's up to my regulars who always like to tune in with your boy on Wednesday, and all the people that's watching for the first time, and all my people over at Classical Junior Academy, Sumner High School, them Bulldogs, and them people over at Marjorie, Stone, and Douglas High School, past and present. Speaking of schools, man, you see, last week we didn't get to get off into it. It happened that last Wednesday, another senseless, stupid school shooting.
Yeah, and this time a female shooter, right?
Yeah, they made the point to keep on saying that, and then they made a point to make sure they let everybody know it was a Christian school.
Mm-hmm.
Which a lot of people say, what they got to do with it? You hear me?
Yeah, I don't know.
The part that I didn't like about it, man, is they would kept on saying that they didn't have any surveillance cameras, they didn't have any security guards, and something else, and then they want to keep on trying to figure out what was the reason behind it and what was the motive. You heard me?
Right.
I'm like, the reason why it happened because you wasn't prepared for it not to happen.
For sure.
You didn't have no security guards, you didn't have no
you act
camera.
like it couldn't happen.
Yeah, you made it very accessible for it to happen. I mean,
Yeah.
it happened. That's what I got out of it. You hear me?
Yeah.
That's just like, to me, asking somebody, why did the bank get robbed? Because the vault was wide open and all the money was hanging out.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't have no guard and nobody standing there.
Right. Because
So,
everybody kept taking breaks and leaving the door wide open.
if people are still out the cash register at McDonald's, go squat in a vacant building, then yeah, they would go take money out the vault if it's standing wide open with all the money just laying there. So yeah, if you say how or trying to figure out why it happened at this point, pointless to me. I would think put more effort into trying to find a resolution so it don't happen again.
Right.
Instead of steady trying to figure out something why it happened, because you can't change what happened and you can't bring it back to people that's gone.
Yeah.
So I was
all you do is just move forward from there.
Yeah, why waste the time with all of that? You know what I'm saying? But we'll get off into that in a little bit too, man. You know, all of that stuff I say, and then that's the kind of stuff right there that justifies all of that that they need the cell phones in the classrooms, and they need the guns, and they need this, and they need that, man.
Because you never know what can happen.
Trickle down, trickle down, trickle down. We're gonna get off into that a little bit more. Christmas, man, in 1 week.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, you know, I ain't the religious expert, so if there's anything that I'm missing as far as that tip, you know, like really what it mean or should mean or don't mean, and if there's anything like that you want to bring to the table.
Yeah. Christ Mass, you know, the gathering of people in the name of Christ, that should be every day, basically.
Yes, sir.
I mean, if you're a believer in Christ. But the season that is celebrated in, the winter season, and some of the traditions that surround it, like the Christmas tree and the lights and all of that, that come from pagan traditions.
Right.
So,
see, that's what I be trying to not really get off into the back and forth on the show, man.
Right.
Like, people take all kind of different situations and make everything they want to make out of it. You hear me? Like I tell people, I was like, I actually seen people barbecuing and, you know, if you want to call it that, because I think that anything that's on the good, people say that that's basically like celebrating. Right. That's what you call celebrating. I mean, so I'm like, is it like remembering those people that you lost and honoring their life, or are you actually celebrating? You hear me? Because if you think about it on that tip, it's nothing to be celebrated. Right. You hear me? People lost lives and it was a senseless situation. So are you really celebrating? So I think, like I said, man, people take and the commercializing of it, or like you say, the paganism. What's the word they use?
Pagan.
Yeah, paganism.
Yeah.
Of it is just what people are going to do anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're going to celebrate it the way that they want to. Like I heard people talking about, you know, they went with turkey last time, so this time they're gonna cook lasagna, they're gonna cook meatloaf. Right. So that's not tradition. So I can't really say that a person is honoring it because they're honoring that tradition. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I said, man, me honestly, with everything that's been going on and all the bad and everything out here, man, I look forward to anything that's worth celebrating.
Yeah, some time to just chill and
we put a family gathering together on October the 20th. What date of significance does that have? Other than that, before the weather changed and got cold, we just wanted to do something with the family. Right. It really wasn't about celebrating nothing, but I understand what people say when you do it on those specific dates and you kind of follow some of that tradition that people follow and know for these holidays. Then it's hard to say that you're not celebrating it. But like I said, man, to each his own. I really don't tell nobody what to do or not to do. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, bro, you got one life to live it to the fullest. And with everything that's going on and about to be, I don't know what it's going to be. Yeah. So if you mad at me for saying celebrate anything to the good, then that's just what it is. But
one of my favorite new songs say worry less and celebrate more.
At this point, bro, that's the only advice I can give you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Take advantage of it.
Yep.
And with that being said, man, time to move on, man, and see what's been going on around here.
Yeah, around here.
If y'all know, that's that Mil Bleak. Boy, every time I hear that beat, I be ready to drop some of them bars on them. Christmas rap. Yeah, off the dome. Look, see, y'all thought I was gonna do
they
it.
ain't ready. They ain't ready.
Boy, would have been one viral up in here.
Boy.
And in a couple of days, y'all gonna go virus, but that's still to come. Yeah, man. But on a serious tip though, around here, man, they had a second suspect in that Colin Brown situation.
Mm-hmm.
Which when they announced that it was going to be more arrests and everything made, I was like, well, that means one or two things: that camera talking or somebody else talking.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it go. You know we ain't gonna go down by ourselves. You hear me?
Right.
But the reason I was tripping off of it, man, because they went back and charged those people with first degree murder.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, what I was saying, they call it something else, but you remember when I was stressing about that right to live law?
Yeah.
Like you should get charged to the fullest extent.
If you're doing something reckless and then you call somebody
else,
yeah,
like the girl lost her legs, her playing volleyball, people downtown at the Drake concert, you shooting at somebody on the highway, this young man catch a bullet to the neck. You hear me? And the other thing that was very disturbing about it, man, was that they once they tracked it down through the cell phones and all of that, they still ended up finding 2 assault rifles at the other guy's house.
Wow.
And to me, man, that just is all trickle down. I was like the removing the conceal and carry thing where you don't have to have no permits, no classes. Right. All of that is a setup to me. And our people continue to fall for it. You hear me?
Yeah. Line and sinker.
Genocide, right? Genocide is when you're
killing your own people.
A whole, basically like a whole race, right?
Yeah.
Like taking the whole, you doing it to yourself with the guns, for one. You cracking the whip on yourself for two. If y'all know what that means when I make that term, But yeah, man, I think stuff like that further prove that it should be a ban on the bump stops, on the ghost guns with the shooting at the CEO of the healthcare and all of that stuff, man. All that stuff that's made for malicious intent. If the police departments and all them don't have them, military and all that, if they don't need it for those situations, then regular people don't need it.
Yeah, you don't need it on the street.
No, it's just a setup.
And you know my theory, man. If you in it that tough to where you need an assault rifle and you need a bump stop and all of that to just to walk around every day, go do something to yourself, man. Because you ain't safe to be around nobody. Not your baby mama, not your kids, not your grandmama. It's coming for you. If you got that kind of beef, man, stay away from me.
You need to talk to the police, get somebody involved, because that's way out of your control.
Yeah.
When you trying to do it like that, you hear me?
For sure.
If you got that much static, you need the military. You need a whole army behind you to handle that. That ain't no regular. But
no, sir.
Yeah. Then another thing, man, that's part of the old the BS that they trying to pull and get off on us, the wool they pulling on our eyes is they're trying to put whether you don't have to get permission or buy silencers from professional dealers anymore. Like they'll be legal. Like you don't really have to go through nothing. And you know what the reason they said behind it was, man, that it's supposed to, like, all the gunshots that everybody hearing every night, they're just regular now, your new normal.
Oh, wow.
Instead of them, once again, like the situation we were talking about with the schools, trying to figure out a motive instead of trying to figure out a resolution. It's the same thing with this.
Hey, man, it's so ridiculous. You gotta laugh, man.
Bruh, they said not getting more police out here, the shot spotters and all that stuff. No, what we'll do is we'll legalize silencers. That way it won't be so loud. They said that the decimals from an average gunshot is like 160 or whatever they saying, that how they measure it. And they said if you put the silencer on there, then it calms it down to like 130, 140. It's not really a significant difference at all. But the regular ears should be able to tell the difference. And that's what it's supposed to do. That's the reason for taking the ban off the silencers. That way you won't have to deal with hearing all of those gunshots every night that you're hearing from all the violence that's in the St. Louis area.
Okay, well, we have a problem with stolen cars, right? And so, when you break open the window, it's glass all over the place. So instead of you having to break the window to steal the car, we'll just legalize the dealer key for everybody. So you could just get in and steal the car without
Well,
breaking the window.
honestly, there's some people out there that think they practicing that mentality on their own, because those places that had those high break-in and crime rates, man, those people leave their car open at night
Yeah.
just to keep it from being vandalized. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
They don't put nothing in there. If you want to steal, Mike Epps DVD from 2003, you want that what's your boy, that Bob Dylan on
Right.
VHS on cassette or something. But other than that, you ain't finna find nothing.
I remember these jokers broke in my car like in 2009 or something like that. They got all gospel CDs. They stole all my wife's gospel CDs.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Yeah, but you know how it goes. You're a thief or steal anything.
Yeah.
They don't care what it is. Everything got value.
I know a pastor that like these. I sell them to you for $2.
Yeah, man. At my old job, we started losing inserts and spatulas and all of that, man. And I was like, yeah, there's a crackhead up in here when you start seeing that kind of stuff, because people be like, man, why would they steal something like that? Scrap that metal. Everything has value. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So man, I just think it's all trickle down, man, and we stupid enough to keep on falling for it because we want to get off into everything that's hip. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
We want to be like, we want to be hip, we want to do all that. Last week we got off into some phobias and all of that stuff. You hear me? And it was just a couple more that I was trying to run down. We didn't have time to really get off into them, but I was like, man, if you want to look them up, because it's a couple.
Now watching Mikey Justice Show streaming live on Facebook and YouTube.
Yes, you are. These phobias that I was checking out, man, it was let me see if I got them here. One of them was the fear of being lonely, man. That's what I was going to get off into those toxic relationships later, man, because it's a lot of people that's going through domestic violence, friends, family members, all type of people that I know, man, are in very toxic type relationships and situations. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
But you hear the same thing from every last one of them. They'll rather go through this and that than be by themselves. And I can't handle these kids. And my people say it be people freak level be turned up too high. Turn your freaky down a little bit. All of that stuff, man. You with somebody and all y'all could do is just get high together. All y'all doing is practicing and knocking each other back out and all that, man. You ain't got no bond. So that right there is a toxic relationship, man. So that's one of the reasons why people get stuck in all those bad situations for the fear of being lonely, man. So what type of phobia is that? The fear of being lonely.
It's got several names because I guess the phobia was scared of having one name or being lonely. But anyway, it's autophobia, monophobia, isolophobia, or eremophobia.
Okay.
All four of those are the same thing.
Okay.
Scared of being alone.
Scared of being alone, man. There's some people that just cannot be by themselves for no reason at all.
Yeah.
Whether they getting the hell beat out of them, getting their head busted, man. Validation, being booed up, being with somebody mean that much to some people. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want you or nobody to take it personal. My next phobia, brother, because I'm starting to go through the same thing. Thinning a little bit on the top. Some people holding on to the Dr. Phil, just won't cut it out, just won't let it go. Won't do the Teddy Pendergrass, man. So what is the fear of going bald head? Small head, bald head. What's the fear of going bald head?
Palatophobia.
Palatophobia.
Yep.
Fear of walking around with the Dr. Phil. No, you walking around with the Dr. Phil because you don't want to cut it off.
Right. Yeah, doing some things.
Yeah.
Man, we was getting a call, my brother. I'm trying to find the phone.
Oh well, we'll see who it is.
Yeah,
and we'll come back to it.
Yeah.
It's Wednesday. What weekends only say we close.
Right.
We ain't got no damn pork chops until Thursday. And we ain't got no of them smothered potatoes. Yeah, man. And on that tip, man, I had a young lady coming down and check me out for the first time.
Right on.
Oh, Miss Penny. Saturday, man, it was raining real bad, so we ran that old special.
Yeah,
and,
rainy
a
day
lot of
special.
people was like, y'all need to run that thing back. We will run it back.
Yeah.
Come on down to Save a Lot Saturday. Bridge and Newstead, and mention that you seen my ad about the rainy day specials, the custom appreciation on social media, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, wherever you see it, and let us know. And we'll give you a pancake platter for either $6 or one of those fat deluxe cheeseburgers, or $7. We'll give you a Philly or a pork chop sandwich, and they usually go for $10 or $12 on the average. So you're saving about $5 there.
Just for talking.
Yeah, just for talking. Well, now, it's always the catch. The catch that you got to follow me. You got to do something, y'all. We got to support. We got to do something.
Right on.
Oh, what's the next thing we got going on? You say, run it down again. The fear of going bald.
Palatophobia.
Palatophobia. I was sitting up there trying to think of all these little modern day stuff that I see people deal with in different phobias. I'm like, it's some people that can't even get their hands dirty, man, that don't want to do no work. And I was like, what the hell is the phobia for that? That ain't no phobia. That's lazy.
Yeah, that's just lazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, okay.
The fear of hard work.
And then I was
lazy.
It was another one. I was like, man, what was the word? Because I seen Luke Beasley and other people, man, and they were talking about just how some of these politicians and other people are very qualified, but you get put on the back burner because they don't find out that some of these people are gay and some other things that aren't so accepted by mainstream as they claim that they are. And they were just talking about it's just a revelation to some people that like you can be okay with having a friend or a child or something that's gay, and you don't have to flip all out on them and all that stuff. You're like, they just regular people,
right.
What they're doing in their own personal life and sexual life don't have nothing to do with you, Like I say, some of my coworkers, man, I was just surprised at the type of relationship that I've had with them. You hear me? But when you treat people like regular people, that's what happened. You hear me?
Yeah, it ain't gotta be nothing.
So I was trying to think of the word for that. I was like, man, there's people out here that just straight up got a fear of gay people. I was like, well, we know that word. That's homophobia.
Right, homophobia.
That's homophobia. I'm like, yeah, it just. But man, I'm like, come on, man. That's a lot of stuff that people fear, man. I had one more that I was that I had on here as far as the phobias. I lost it. I don't know what I did. But,
fear of losing phobias.
No, man. The last one was the fear of change. That's the one that I was looking at. Because like we said, man, people had that old dinosaur mentality, don't want to adapt to nothing new. We said that in regards to taking orders from a woman president, another African American president, anything that's different from the norm. A lot of people just don't they're not open to it. So what is the fear of change?
Metathesiophobia.
See, and I'm glad that you are enunciating these words, my brother, with your little penitentiary bean pie skull cap on.
Yes, my brother.
You look like a intelligent thug, that criminal.
That is exactly correct, my brother.
So you have to jogatize and persevere
and incentivize
the situation.
That is correct.
Swine, my brother.
Not swine, but one of those pork chop sandwiches for $7. I did see it on social media.
Right. If I mentioned that I saw you on social media, would you sell me a bean pie, my brother? Yeah, man. But there's some different phobias that I thought people deal with, man, on an everyday basis. Yep. And we said the fear of being lonely, fear of going bald, and the fear of change. If you don't understand how much that affect people everyday life, then you just don't know.
Yeah.
But moving on, man. What's the next thing that we got on the board?
That's a great question, my brother.
We gonna go into one of my new things. I don't like to talk about that. What we call them now? 45, 47, 40.
One of them people.
Oh no, radio went around here.
I don't get that, huh?
But anyway, my brother.
Yeah. As soon as that stop playing, this is what we got going.
We're gonna do Ask the World Trumps in a minute. But before we do that, we'll give them a little bit of a old celebrity mix up.
All right.
Like we did last time. Yeah, before we get into as the
All right.
world trumps. Yeah, I decided to put two people together. I was just thinking about something, man. I was like, man, these two are the most influential black men to ever be on television. Mr. Bill Cosby. Yeah, I do remember the Cosby Show, right? And Arsenio Hall, man. Dude had his talk show had to be one of the best. Some of those shows and guests and everything,
Yeah.
man, memorable shows. We saw the one where he did the whole hour of Prince. We done seen Tupac on there. That's rare. How many people interview Pac?
Right.
Give me a little bit in the headphones, man.
There you go.
Yeah. And then Bill Clinton sitting in the audience playing sax. Remember the last show that he did that had all the rappers on there? Naughty by Nature.
Yeah.
He had everybody on there.
Yeah. Wasn't that like his last show before he went out there or something? Like
Yeah,
the
that was
first
his
time?
last show the first time. And then, on the second one when he did the St. Louis against the Dodgers against Nelly, and whoever lost had to wear the jersey and all that.
Right.
Remember, he come out with the St. Louis jersey, rap country grammar and all that.
Yeah.
Man, dude had some really, really good episodes. You hear me?
Yeah.
Farrakhan himself on there and everything else, man. But yeah, celebrity mix up. I decided to put two of the most powerful men that I remember being in television together.
Yes,
Mr. Bill Cosby and Arsenio Hall. And this is what we came up with.
All right.
Yeah, buddy. And if y'all don't know who that is, then you ain't keeping it real.
You ain't representing. What you doing up in here, boy?
You ain't keeping it real. You ain't got no more liquor. You ain't representing. You ain't keeping it real. Keeping it real. Yeah, they're just having a little fun with y'all, boy. But if y'all don't see that one on that one, then y'all just hating. I thought old Angel Reese and Tiffany Haddish Glorilla, but y'all might not be hip. Y'all might be some dinosaurs. Y'all might be suffering from what's they called, bro? Scared of change.
Metathesiophobia. Metathesiophobia, my brother. That's what it's called.
Yeah, what he said.
You gotta say it with the right accent, then you can get it.
Yeah, whatever he said. Anyway, now it's time for my favorite soap opera. That's the world trumps.
As the world trumps.
Yeah, buddy. It is 12/18/2024, man. And that means that we are officially 33 days away from DONALD Donald freaking Trump.
Yeah, man.
Man, what a clown. Man, you see these Republicans now, man, I'm gonna see if we could get it all queued up for next week. But Luke Beasley and all of them been dropping videos about how he talking about shutting down the whole farm industry and all that stuff, man. And they talking about how the first time he was talking about lowering the price of groceries and he raised them and all this stuff that's finna happen. Man, do you know how uninformed or unaware people were about what tariffs and all of that stuff meant?
Yeah, they don't care nothing about that.
No, man.
They see color.
But dude,
that's all they care about.
Dude was interviewing Trump supporters and people that voted for him on the street and basically asking them what that meant. And they was like, and that mean that like China and Russia are gonna have to pay us more money and they're gonna do this and they're like, nah, that don't make sense. So he just started asking random people on the street to just explain it to people, like what does it mean and all this other stuff, And he was, and the one guy that walked up, he was like, well, okay, why would China pay taxes if United States are using them to make their product to sell over here?
Right.
He like, okay, this is the way that it go. If China charges United States $10 to make them some shirts, 5-10 shirts, whatever they're gonna do, right? And they come back over here and they sell those shirts for $20. They say then China start paying attention and be like, hold up. We making these products that they're making all the money off of, so we got to get a bigger cut of that pie. You hear me? So instead of us charging you $10 to make you shirts, now we're going to charge you $15.
Right? Yeah.
So that same shirt that they would come back over to the United States and sell for $20, of course they're going to raise the price because it done cut into their profit.
Yeah.
So now that same shirt that was $20 is $25.
Right.
So that's what they was trying to explain to people, like, even if they do it just by raising the price of stuff over here, if they want you to pay the tariffs, you're going to pay the tariffs,
Right.
regardless if you think you are or not. Because the way that they create that extra revenue is to raise the price of stuff.
Yeah.
The same way that they do when people say that they want to make all of this money to be on the same level playing field, which I think is garbage. I'm like, why waste the time with it when the people that have the power and in the position to change those type of laws and rules don't want everybody to be on the same playing field? Donald Trump and Elon Musk don't want everybody to have $400 billion.
Right.
Trust and believe that.
Because then where do they power go?
Exactly. Like the same, like we say with the dollar. More that's out here, the value of it go down.
Yeah.
But the point is, man, that like we were saying, the same stuff that happened on big scales is the same stuff that's happening on small scale. When everybody used to rap and talk about the middleman in St. Louis, that's what it is.
Right.
So it's middleman on a different scale. So since you making 25, then my 10 need to go up. I need to get 15 out of that.
Right.
And that extra revenue has to come from somewhere. If people at the grocery store want to be making big money and all this and that, yeah, then the price gonna have to go up. And it's going to affect the everyday stuff that people buy because they have to get that money. So, yeah, it's going to be taxes on cigarettes. It's going to be taxes on gas.
Right.
Why you think they legalize marijuana? So they can start taxing it.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff that they know that people, everyday people, are going to spend their money on. That's why a combo at McDonald's, you can get mad at my $7 cheeseburger, but keep on going up Natural Bridge till you get to Kings Highway. You're going to pay $12 for one that's a lot smaller and tastes a whole lot nastier than what I'm finna get.
Right.
But to each his own.
Got 67 more ingredients.
Dollar burger. Ain't no damn dollar burger. That's trigger words. Dollar. Dollar Tree, yeah, $1.25. That 25 is on the back end, and they keep on adding up. You hear me?
Yeah.
And when you put 30 sticks of deodorant, cookie sheets, lint rollers, and get up to the register, and Old Bay tell you got $50, $60 worth of bullshit in your cart, then you're gonna understand that the dollar is just trigger word.
Yeah.
No, several Dollar Tree.
Just to get you to roll a certain
Hella Dollar Tree.
Plenty Dollar Tree.
Right. Come on, man. It's all trickle down. It's the same thing, man. Everybody want to be on this whole level playing field and all of this, man. It's a whole setup. You hear me? I said what they think Elon Musk is in the game for, because he makes Trump everything that come out of his mouth look halfway believable. Right. Because like James Clark say, he don't have the resources. Right. If you know, you know. But that's what he gonna do, man. I'm looking for a move like that where he out of his pocket. Man, do you know how much money 400 billion is? Yeah. We was falling out when they said that Bill Gates was worth 80 billion. Yeah. This dude got several times more than that. You hear me? Yeah. Man, him giving those 11,000 people that needed those votes, that $1 billion, bro, that was like 25 cents out of Elon Musk's pocket. Right. With the type of money. No, not at all, bro. And then those stupid people, man. You know how we said those people thinking that all they got to do is just tell these people whatever, man. That's what we were saying about them checking your registration and having you pick a certain ballot, Republican or Democrat and all this and that. You think they don't keep track of it? When they can send you a letter in the mail talking about some, your voting grade is C or D. You voted in a couple of big ones, but you missed these small ones. Yeah, they know what's up. You hear me? You think that we could tell them, yeah, we're gonna vote for Trump or whatever, say whatever, get that million, and then we scratch that box for Kamala Harris? You don't think somebody coming looking for us? Right? What's up with that million? Yeah, so oh, man. I was like, they know that. That's the reason people standing there looking all stupid when they gave it to them. They know that they selling their soul. You hear me? Right. You ain't comfortable at all. And I'm like, and if you think that you're going to make that one move, jump ship or whatever else, and you ain't going to have to come off that money, keep on being the fool. You hear me? Right. And some of you ninjas better learn how to do math. You had a hell of a hard time paying back $2,000 that you got. you had a few issues going on. You got a couple of letters in the mail. Put you in the situation. Yeah. What the hell you think paying back $1 million going to do to you? Yeah. It ain't going to happen. It ain't gonna happen. We're gonna call bankrupt. Call a few other things. Yeah, man. So yeah, they getting scared, man, because they don't know what it's gonna be. They tripping off of all of this stuff, you know, realizing what the tariffs mean, how they saying one thing, but they're gonna raise the price of stuff and everything else, and everybody like, oh, and saying all this stuff now, and people like Luke Beasley and Tennessee Brando, they like, yeah, but this the same stuff that they were saying since day one. You acting all surprised like you didn't know what his agenda was,
right?
What Project 25 and all that mean. No, if you ain't doing nothing but just trying to hear what you want to hear. No, you don't know what none of that means. But once again, bro, I don't think it's a lot of people that really believed in his agenda and voted for that reason. I think it was a lot of people that were scared.
Yeah.
And it's just like Tennessee Brando is saying, man, you have to know your enemy. You hear me?
Right.
Bro, he said he done lost so many people. He was like, before he got off into all this, he used to just play little dives and bars and all that stuff. He said them same places now, he can't go to those places no more. I want you to see this video later. I'm going to try to show it next week, where he talked about all the death threats he get for doing what he's trying to do. Remember how I was saying, like, we feel like we lived a nightmare of 4 years of Trump. That's exactly how they felt about Obama time and Biden and if Kamala Harris would have got elected. Man, it's the same stuff. But until you really step your feet in other people's shoes and realize what they going through, you think it's just you all the time. This man said, now remember when I was telling you about that they were sending me the nooses and pictures of people picking cotton and monkeys and all kind of stuff. You hear me?
Yeah.
And I reported it and everything to Facebook, call police, all that stuff, and they was trying to tell me the administrators, the ones that run the page and put it up there, they make money off of it. So they telling me that it didn't violate their community standards and rules and all that bull crap. Told him the same exact stuff. Now the difference is what happened to him is they feel like he sold out. So when I'm telling black people quit hating on LeBron because it pad their pocket and just make us look foolish, that's the same way they looked at him. Like, stop telling all these ninjas what we finna do to them and how we finna crack this whip on them.
Right.
Let it happen and all of that. And that's what he's saying about knowing your enemy.
Yeah.
And we having a civil war and all that. All y'all people, do y'all know who the enemy is? Because I guarantee you, all you Trump supporters and all you people that want to, wear that MAGA gear and all that, that everybody in your family don't roll with that. So what are you going to do? Start bombing on your own people? No, you're going to either switch up or be neutral in the whole thing. So you have to know who your enemy is.
Right.
You're not at war against white, black, Republican, Democrat, none of that. You at war against good and evil, hate and good and bad. Either you rolling with what we roll with and saying and doing what we want you to do, being our puppet, or you from the other side. They not like us. You're not one of us.
Wow.
It don't matter how red your hat is. It don't matter who you voted for. It don't matter how many pairs of those Trump Force Ones you got. How many Bibles you bought from China. You're the enemy. You're not one of them. So you got to know who you fighting against. When the storm blow over and everything go down, you're not gonna be able to sit up there and put your red hat on and no bullet don't fly at your head. You from the other side. I'm telling you. I ain't gotta name nobody on this show, but it's a lot of people that felt the wrath of realizing. I said when they had to choose up that ninja over one of them, who did they pick? You hear me? And what did I tell that person that they learned? You went from thinking you were the ninja
Right.
to learning that you were nothing but a ninja. That's it. You thought you were the ninja, and you quickly learned that all you is a ninja. And I'm gonna keep it like that. But yeah, man, they were sending my man Tennessee Brando death threats and all of that because they felt like the same I'm telling people to stop hating on LeBron is what he's doing by educating us on what they're trying to do to us. So they feel like he's the white version of a sellout.
Wow.
Yeah. And the same, instead of them sending them cotton and monkeys, they send him a picture of a guy holding a assault rifle. They say something about you liberals or this and that. And he said at the bottom, it say, keep talking and all of that. You hear me? So when he reported it to the police, Facebook and all that other stuff, they said, what's wrong with it? Only thing they said is keep talking. Like, yeah, go ahead, buddy. Keep talking.
Right.
Not like they seen nobody hold no gun. You hear me?
Playing stupid.
Playing stupid. What we say, play crazy.
Yeah,
play crazy. Playing stupid. They don't see none of the gun or none of that.
Yeah.
All they said was, keep talking. How can we be saying anything racist? It's Michael Jordan and LeBron, two black men. You're talking about two. You're hating and putting a target on one. But once again, play crazy.
Right.
but it's horrible, man. But yeah, I want to run this video of Tennessee Brando, man, so you could just hear people, man. Because and even in this other video, he's like, man, when it's all said and done, people are gonna thank like people like him and Luke Beasley and Adam Mockler and Stella Maggs, and that's the thing that really caught my attention about it, man. I was like, to be honest, from all these clips, I have a comedian Godfrey clips and indisputable with Rashad Ritchie and all that. But for the most part, man, I be seeing more of them fighting harder for us than us.
Yeah,
you hear me? They really be trying to go there, bro. And that's what I'm saying about that working together and all of this. Y'all see, they finna shut TikTok down. Social media is on its way out. So all the people that's hollering about the economy, yeah, all of that is part of that trickle down. You hear me?
Yeah.
If we take away your way to make your own money, legalize marijuana, yeah. That way, when we drop the stimulus check, all of y'all that voted can say, see, we did the right thing. Jump for joy and sell your soul for $2,000. They're going to make you need it. The pandemic and all that, it still trickled down from that. We ain't got over that. People got comfortable with getting checks and not doing nothing. So don't think that they won't make another pandemic, another Chinese flu, or go down and you'll have to stay at home and find a reason to continue to get money. And you'll get comfortable with that again. But then your bestie, Elon Musk, will send you a check. And you'll swear that guy that cracked the whip on you took away your freedom and everything else, and tarnished the brand of United States as a whole was your buddy and on your side because you got a little check in the mail. You hear me? Come on, man. Come on, man. Some of y'all are some of the stupidest people, and then you got all those people that every day that used to tell you it's my right to vote, not to vote, and all this and that now they're panicking, talking about I can't see how dude won, man. I don't know who voted for him. I know who the hell didn't vote for nobody. You. Yeah. So, like I said, the Pac-Man go to the left. 1 is greater than 0.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah. If you know what I'm saying? Somebody else vote.
Then they win. All it takes is 1. Yeah. If 3 of them voted and nobody else got over this side, 3 is greater than 0. You hear me?
Yep.
Bro, I had to get my mind right on that, man. Because I was like, boy, that's some funny math. I couldn't comprehend it in my head. You hear me? Because I was like, you know how they be telling you in school that any number that's multiplied or whatever by 0 gonna always be 0. And I was like, man, it can't be more than 1 0. How the hell is it gonna be 0 more than once? Anything that's more than 0 is not 0. It's 1 is something. It's not 0. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how I was like, that philosophy don't register with me that anything, how can it be 200 times 0? Then I got to think about it. I'm like, yeah, it could be 0 200 times. Let you be a landlord. And little mama, like your boy said, that thing dried up and she can't get that rent no more. You hear me? And every time you go there get that bill, she's like, all right,
get you last time.
2, 3, you can get nothing 200 times.
Yeah, that was 3 times. I got 0.
you can get 0 200 times. I learned ghetto math. Because I didn't understand that. I was like, how is anything more than 0, man? If I give you 1, then it's more than 0. How you got 0? You don't got 0. Yeah, you could get 0 200 times. You can. But that's my ghetto math for the day. Let's see what we got here before. Yeah, man. Those toxic relationships, man. And I want to talk about that, man, because there's a lot of people out here that are in toxic relationships. Yeah, and what I say by that, man, is like you used to tell me, if it ain't good for you, then it's bad.
Yep.
It ain't no middleman. It ain't no middle ground. You hear me? I got family members. I got coworkers. I got friends and everything that are stuck in toxic relationships. 1, because a lot of them just too damn freaky and can't turn their freak level down. 2, because don't misquote me. What's that phobia again, bro? Run it by.
Let's see. Autophobia.
Yeah, that's the fear of being lonely and being by yourself, man. Yeah. Some people will just deal with anything, bro. You hear me?
Yeah.
You're marrying people that's in jail. You're marrying people on the internet. You're getting catfish. You ain't even meeting these people. You hear me?
All kind of stuff.
You in love with love.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So it's people that's in all kind of toxic relationships, man. If you don't love the person that you don't respect them or whatever, man, then don't be with them. Because beating them is putting them in a toxic situation. Cussing them is putting them in a toxic situation. I had several, man, that I had tripped off of like type of situations that people be in, man. if you disrespecting somebody, man, you putting them in a toxic relationship. If you're cussing them all the time, you're putting them in a toxic relationship. You're beating them. You're cheating on them. You're doing drugs. Because I had a situation where I won't name the name or nothing, but a good friend of mine, man, he just got an eviction notice because a girl that he tried to stand by thick and thin was robbing him blind. Like, cash apping herself hundreds of thousands of dollars every day out of this man's account. You hear me? And he made good money. But when he go to pay his bills and his rent and everything, his card is declining,
right, taking care
and
of
all
itself,
of this stuff, man.
yeah.
And I got to telling them, I was like, see, man, you got to be with somebody that you know really love you and care about you. The best thing that everybody that know me like about me and my lady relationship is that I say that I put our friendship, because we started off that before we were anything. So that trumps everything else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if I was on drugs, man, you a female. Go sell some of that me out and make your own money. Don't take his money. Do you find some way, steal from somebody else?
Yeah.
But
don't steal from your people.
this guy just went to court and just got her out of jail, paid like some thousands of dollars to get you your freedom, and you do them like that.
Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah.
I care enough about my lady, man, that I'm not finna go up to her job clowning and get her fired. I'm not finna steal all the money out of her account where she had to get an eviction notice and be homeless and something else out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where's the love? Some things you just don't do because you don't put the people that you love in a situation. Right. You love them, so that's going to affect them. So all of that is just off the table. You hear me? You so high that you finna go in there and molest and have sex with your daughter, with your own kids? No, you not, because you know right from wrong and you know better. So some things have to just be off the table.
Right.
I can't be doing drugs or stealing to the point that I'm gonna put somebody that helped me get my freedom, looked out for me, took in me and all 5 of my kids that wasn't mine. You hear me? I can't put that person in no situation, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But that's just too much.
Oh, we forgot to show the Tennessee Brando, huh? The video. Yeah. Okay, well, roll the video, man, so they can see the video, so they can get some of what I'm saying on their own. And we'll get back to these toxic relationships.
All right, Tennessee Brando coming up.
Exactly who our allies were, and we had the utmost respect for them. And we understood that building coalitions with those allies were important. And we understood that having respect for them and working alongside them on the world stage was very important. We understood that the dealings we had with them should be kept respectful, and we should always do those with our best interest and their best interest at heart. I remember a time when we were that way. I also remember a time when we knew exactly who our enemies was, and we kept them at bay. We were very cautious when it came to our enemies, and we sure as hell didn't look over and praise them, especially countries that had dictators. We never looked over and praised them and said, maybe we should be running our country the way that dictator is his. Now, if him or Clinton had have came out and said, yeah, that dictator over there, I admire him. Yeah, I think maybe we need to run our country the way that he does, or maybe we need to terminate the Constitution when we see fit. That would have been the end of either one of them, and people on both sides of the aisle, Republican and Democrat, would have agreed, yes, we got to get rid of that guy. But now we live in a completely different world. We live in a world where Donald Trump was elected once, was a terrible president the first go around, he got voted out, and then spent the last 4 years going out there and whining and complaining about everything that happened to him, and saying that everything that was happening to him was a weaponization of government, and everything that was happening to him was Biden coming after him, and everything was fake news. And we watched him become a convicted felon. We watched him found liable for sexual abuse. We watched him defame the victim. We watched him try to overturn an election. We watched him incite a riot on our nation's capital. And he comes through all of that, gets reelected, and gets put on the cover of Time magazine. And now feels more empowered than he's ever felt in his life, because he feels like, oh, it's a big comeback story. I survived these attempts on my life. I survived all these things. I'm a warrior, and I'm going back in now with full immunity for official acts, whatever the hell that means. So that's what we've got to look forward to when he takes office on January 20th. And let these videos serve as evidence to my kids and grandkids coming down the line that your grandpa did not fall for the bullshit that was Donald Trump. He may have peed on everybody's leg in my part of the world, but he never made me think it was raining.
Yeah, man. I mean, give me some feedback in my headphones. like I said, man, I see them fighting harder. Like that dude getting death threats and all kind of stuff. He like them same boys. He can't go play them no more. And he was like, at this point, if people got to be that fake, that stupid, and play it how they play it, then he don't care nothing about that. He ain't got to be around it. But his kids, grandkids, and all that, somebody gonna know that somebody took a stand. You hear me?
Yeah.
And he always try to shout out people like Luke Beasley, like I said, Stella Maggs, Adam Mockler. I think I put myself on that level. I just think we don't support enough where the word don't get out. But I fight just as hard and been doing the same stuff.
Yeah.
But how much of this stuff has been fact and been proven? And I talk about it all the time on this show about us being smart, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know if my people really be appreciating what we do. You know, you got to walk around with a big target, man, and being live, you know.
Yeah.
We don't get the numbers like them because all those people do those videos that you could go back, load, click those buttons. There's no click, no subscribe button when you're doing live. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? We right here. This is real time. You looking at us, ain't nothing fake. We ain't playing about it. It is what it is, you know.
True.
But yeah, man, I really commend the people that try to, you know, make this thing right. You know, sometimes you got to get past all the politics and all that extra stuff, man, and just try to you know, deal with the world for where it is and where it's at and the people that's here now, man. All that other stuff, I don't know nothing about that, you know. I know to try to make it better, to live the best life I'm living. Once we out of here, nobody gets no second chance. You got to do what you're gonna do with the time you got. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it just sad that we foolish enough to let all of that stuff that United States used to stand for, man, your freedom and all that, like you said, back in the day, if anybody would have said anything about being a dictator and take away freedom, the reason that people do come over here,
right?
You got more people that's from other countries that's fighting harder for this place than us. You hear me?
Yeah,
check the police department and the military. It's gonna be more Valdez and Rodriguez than Smith and Jones.
Wow,
for real.
We don't went dumb and numb,
man. It is what it is, bro.
But believe a lie that you don't belong and this ain't your country and you a second class citizen and
all that stuff, man. Dude, talking about calling Canada the 51st state and all this stuff. We had good relations with them. That's the trickle down because everybody know that they finna lose their freedom and everything else. So before y'all ninjas start thinking that you're gonna run over there to have that great life that you used to have over here in the United States, then we'll damage relationships with them and make it all effed up. So see, the grass ain't no greener.
Right.
It's the same old stuff. You hear me?
Right.
You're going into the same thing. But if y'all stupid enough to fall for that, then it is what it is. But you know, like we say on this show, y'all voted for Trump, so y'all fall for anything. And once again, let me get some money. Hey, I'm gonna put that GoFundMe up there. Send some stars. Hey, I told you your man had 300,000 followers. If he got $1 a piece from every last one of them, that's 300,000.
Yeah.
We could do some things. You hear me? I said 50 Cent. He got 150,000. You hear me? And then I'm hoping that that some people be nice enough to send $1.50 or $2 for all the niggas that claim that they ain't got 50 cent. You hear me?
For sure.
But you sure got a bag of that good, don't you? You got two of them greasy ass tacos from Jack in the Box down in the bag. You got that, don't you? Yeah, man. But it's almost that time. So before we get up out of here, man, we're gonna try to celebrate something great. Last week we was doing who was better? Cosby Kid, man. I think both of them was super, Olivia and Rudy. But you know, now that I go back and watch it, man, I'll be like, man, Olivia stole some of Rudy's shine a little bit.
Yeah, she was on old Rudy, man.
Man, because she was just a little bit younger, and then I mean that feeling and the way she hit them lines. Later on in life, you know, they tried to incorporate Rudy a little bit more in it, but you know, her shine was when she was a little bit younger. But when Olivia came, man, she kind of just stole the show. When you have it like that, I guess you just have it like that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so we're gonna get back into it. Hopefully that audio or whatever play right this time.
Yeah.
And we'll let y'all take y'all pick. Like I said, man, it wasn't as I thought it was definitely gonna be Olivia, but you know, some people like the original.
Yeah.
Like I say you got some people that it's the remix.
The remix, baby.
Yeah, sure. So
all right.
Yeah, we're gonna roll the clip, y'all, and you know, hopefully y'all could drop something in the comments, call up before we get out of here and give your feedback. Olivia and Rudy celebrate something great, y'all. Roll it.
You hear it in your headphones? No, still don't hear it. Well, I guess it's just that clip. We just can't roll that clip. That's like the third time I tried to get that clip to work, man, and it just ain't working. So I don't know. But we do got another Olivia clip that we can rock out with. So let's go with this.
It's all over my face, ready to explode.
Okay, 2 men are playing golf.
Good.
2 men are playing golf.
Right.
One man says to the other, it doesn't work unless you know how to putt. It doesn't work unless you know how to putt.
Yeah, it doesn't work unless you know how to putt.
Why aren't you laughing?
You can't just give somebody a punchline. You gotta have some part to the story. You gotta tell a story, and then you tell the punchline. That's what makes the person laugh.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Hey, what are you doing?
I'm calling 5555 joke.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to use the phone.
But you gave me permission.
I gave you permission to tell me a joke. I didn't give you permission to use the phone. Do you know how much money it costs?
Yes, the man on TV said 95 cents a minute.
You had that phone laying there all that time?
Yes.
That was about $5 of my money you spent. It was $5, and you didn't even make me laugh.
Well, it wasn't my fault you didn't get it.
Yeah, that's Olivia.
All righty. Outstanding.
So then let's see here. We got another one with old Dame Rudy.
All right. Let's see what Rudy got.
Thanks. Let's go. Wait, I have to open the door for you. No, you don't. Yes, I do. I'm a man. You're a woman. So, a man's supposed to open the door for a woman. Who says? My big brother. He's 19 and he knows everything. Well, Sandra says a woman can do anything. No. A woman can do it. Man says. Not me. Then you'll never get married. I will if I want to. Okay, but you'll have to stay home and cook and wash clothes. Nuh-uh. A woman can have any job she wants. No, she can't. Give me back my hat, bud. My name's Kenny. Bud. My name's Kenny. Bud. My name's Kenny.
Stop. Now, what's the matter?
He's not my friend anymore.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I am. No, you're not. Yes, I am.
No, stop, Ed. Now, what is the matter?
He tried to open the door for me.
Yep, old Rudy.
Got anything else? So that's
it for those two. Because we did the other ones last week.
Yeah.
So I was gonna the other one that we can't get the audio to work, that was the one where she was like, I know my body.
Yeah, so they could go back and check that out and see if they can pull it up themselves. But who you got? Rudy or Olivia?
Oh man,
that was some pretty good good footage there. I mean, I like that one. I don't know. I was like, yeah, it's a little more even than it seemed. But I would just her being a little bit younger and everything else, man. I don't know, man. Olivia was outstanding on that show.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I think I'm gonna go Rudy. And I'm gonna go Rudy because
I went Olivia and you just trying to be ahead.
Because she had young stuff that was outstanding, and as she got older in the role, she still was doing some outstanding stuff.
It was, I mean, it was several memorable episodes. Of course, Rudy gonna have more because she was there longer.
Yeah,
but I mean, Olivia had some really standout stuff.
Yeah.
So
as a kid, Olivia, I think as a 3 or 4 year old, I haven't seen another 3 or 4 year old that performed like that.
Nah.
Yeah.
I mean, she was the Kool-Aid cutest kid in the world.
Yeah.
I thought she would have a better transition to her adult life. But that's cool. We could be like The Voice, American Idol, and America's Got Talent. It'd be a split.
Yeah.
And one of y'all make the
now
y'all
drop the
vote.
comment and
break the tie. Who you got, Rudy or Olivia? But two outstanding kids, man. And I also, love getting a chance to pull up that old Cosby Show because I thought my boy old Bill kind of got done wrong a little bit, but
Yeah,
that's
he
just a
did.
matter of opinion. But like we say, man, we probably gonna take a couple of weeks off, man. Just hopefully your wife recover, man, and get on back on her feet and doing good. But we still will be out there probably on Saturdays at that old Save Lot. Y'all come on down and mention that you saw the show tonight or anything about the Mikey Justice whole movement. And we'll hook you up with a burger, breakfast, or something for the low.
Yeah.
But anyway, man, I hope everybody celebrate their holiday the way that they choose to. Have fun, be safe, and prepare yourself because by the time we get back, it's gonna be old 45/47. You hear me?
Yeah.
And he'll say, look at my African American. Look at him.
Look at him.
Yeah, that's right. That's the last time you got to hear for this. Go on, hit him one more time.
Look at my
Phil. Go on, give him
African American over here. Look at him.
That's right. Before we get out of here, that's the last time y'all got to hear it in 2024. Hopefully some of us make it. Don't turn up too much. And I hope to see all y'all in 2025. Happy New Year, everybody. Merry Christmas or whatever the hell you want to call it. Y'all be safe. This your boy Mikey Justice from my man Phil, and we out.
Peace.